my zone. I feel like I'm alone. I feel like I'm unknown to the world that's full of clones. My originality's focused on principalities broken. I'm loaning my heart and soul to the game that's scared to pay it back. And failure is a motherfucker. The strength to go on and believing in another sucker.
Man, we have arrived. It's everybody's favorite day of the week. It is Wednesday. Some of us call it hump day. Some of us call it the middle of the work week. It is what it is. I hope you like what you like. As you can see, I am the future star in your baby mama's bedroom. They call me Mr. GQ.
I am the king of the old school mixed DJ Micah B.
You know, it's your boy, the Bay Area bully, King Peddington III. Mulich, how y'all doing?
So we bringing back something because everybody was talking about it. Ladies and gentlemen, you asked for it, so we put it together. We brought it back. The round of 32 has made its return. So we had to come up with another masterminded style game plan, and we said, fuck it, let's do this. So we did the hour. You know what I'm saying? Make sure y'all catch this hour. Now, like my disclaimers. Here's your one and only disclaimer for this whole probably part 3. You know, it's probably gonna be 3 parts of this shit. Just get that out the way too. These are our top 32, our round of 32. Some of us wasn't born when some of these cats was around. All right, like literally, their last movie came out and we still wasn't born yet. Like it's just what it is. So if you don't like it, I don't give a fuck. Make your own round of 32. Get on Canva, make your own designs and videos and all this fancy shit like we do. And, you know, compare and contrast. Don't really give a shit. But before we get started, I wanted to take a moment and give a special shout out to all of the fans and followers on the Gentleman's Talk TikTok, because you guys have been helping us continue to grow and blow up. You finally, across our 4 shows, have made us the #1 show on TikTok. For the time being, there will be some competition because I tell you right now, because Inside the Huddle is behind us right now by only about 33 likes. So as you can see, it's getting hot. It's getting hot, and football season is literally around the corner. Speaking of that, Monday is around the corner. If you ain't knowing, you about to know. The From the Sidelines Dynasty Draft is happening live. Your boy, Mr. GQ, will be the MC. Your boy, Mr. Mulish, down there will be the other MC. And it's going to be a party. It's going to be ignorant. It's going to be ridiculousness. And we're going to unveil some other stuff, but we'll let, you know, we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. Because, you know, tomorrow is also Thursday. So, you know, we got player versus team on deck. And, of course, Friday. I'm giving you your warning now. It's going to be on and popping. Your boy, Mr. GQ, got to put his damn referee shirt on because it's finna be a straight brawl in there. You have got Mulich, the defensive back, going toe-to-toe with OG Mel, the wide receiver, based on what Richard Sherman saying that playing defensive back is harder than playing wide receiver. Them 2 boys going to debate, and my happy black ass going to sit in the middle and moderate.
All right, referee, man.
It's going to be a fun time.
Hey, make sure you wear your referee shirt. That should be crazy.
If I keep playing, I might find one I might find a GQ version of a referee shirt. Oh,
I'm excited.
What's happening? Hold on, we got to put him in there one time. All right, appreciate you.
Yo, what up, man?
He said, will there be different parts like that? So the Dynasty Draft will be one long, happy, crazy live stream episode. There'll be some adjustments on the basket to basket, and like I said, we'll let those guys take care of all those announcements. Make sure y'all tune in and check those out as well so that y'all don't miss a beat. So, fellas, y'all ready to act a fool with this?
You know it.
What Ludacris say?
Bye, y'all. So let's put this thing up. We ain't even wasting no time. Right off the rip, as you can see, we got the #1 overall seed in Mr. Denzel Washington.
All right. Okay. All right.
And he is going toe-to-toe with the legend in his own right, and Mr. Daniel Day-Lewis. If you watch enough movies, you have seen Mr. Lewis. Most notably for a lot of people is from the Abraham Lincoln movie, which was a phenomenal film.
Lincoln,
if you haven't seen it.
Great film.
He's also been in There Will Be Blood, came out in like 2007. Another great movie, Gangs of New York. If you really want to get into the
Gangs of New York is hard.
Gangs of New York is crazy.
We can't forget the 1992 classic, The Last.
There it is. There it is.
Man has done it. All right, he's been around. Now, obviously, our number one overall seed in Mr. Denzel Washington does not need an introduction, a nothing of anything. You know who he is. He still has a movie coming out, The Equalizer 3.
Yep.
Are we on third?
Yep.
Equalizer 3 is coming out. So the man is still cranking out movies. This man started making movies when he was in his like early 30s. Like people don't realize this. This man was 37 years old when he was in Training Day. Like that shit is crazy. This man started doing the Equalizer films when he was in his 50s.
Mm-hmm.
He was around 47, 48 when he did American Gangster. Like this shit is insane to think of how long this man has been around doing what it is he does.
I think Mighty Quinn came out in 89, bro. And then, no, I think Glory, his first Oscar was back in what, 92?
Glory
was in 92. It's crazy.
Is it crazy to say The Equalizer over John Wick? No, it's not crazy to say that.
Not necessarily crazy. I'm not gonna lie to you. If you
There's
think
an
about it,
for both sides, though, I'll say that.
Honestly, yeah, there is. There's an argument for both sides. Like you can really break both films down, and I probably wouldn't be mad at which one you pick.
Like John Wick, if you into just completely fucking shit up, which is what he does best, hey. Because in The Equalizer, my man just don't like getting fucked with. Like he really be trying to just live his life, and
just be chilling, bro.
People keep fucking up his peacetime.
You feel me?
Like so
he hits you with the bow on the watch, and it's up.
Yeah.
It's up.
Or don't look. You catch him at the the makeshift Lowe's. You know what I'm saying, man? Turn the whole place into a booby trap and just fuck everybody up. Like
man,
don't forget to make sure you give me my 5-star rating.
Yeah,
you better give me my 5-star rating. Don't forget.
You heard him. So, as much as we talked about what we talked about, like we said, Mr. Denzel Washington being the number one overall seed, I don't see him losing this matchup in any way, shape, form, or fashion. Like, there's so many movies in between all the movies we talked about. Like, I can even talk about The Manchurian Candidate, one of my sleeper movies from Denzel Washington. Phenomenal film.
Philadelphia.
See, look, another one.
The Pelican Brief.
Oh, man.
Another
Man on Fire.
That Man on Fire is a classic.
Speaking of Man on Fire, him and Dakota Fanning are going to be starring in Equalizer 3, just like they did in Man on Fire. So
I'm trying to tell you,
that's really a legendary combination. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Yeah,
it's really legendary.
Oh yeah, no, 100%. So
John Q, Antoine Fisher,
yeah.
Antoine Fisher hard, bro.
Boy, he played a hell of a role in that one. Hell, both of them did. Both of them
did. They really, both of them really.
That really blew Derek Luke up.
Yeah, no, for real.
Up his career.
Yeah. Not to mention, we cannot forget. Put Booby in.
If you want to win, put
Booby in.
Put Booby in. Not gonna do that. You're not gonna forget that. We all watched it. If you did not watch Remember the Titans, I can't help you.
That's Friday Night Lights, bro.
It's all right. We bring it up.
I'm not gonna lie to you. Remember the Titans will literally go down as one of my favorite, not only sports movies, but Denzel movie of all time, bro. Like the one-liners in there, the memorabilia, the memes, like, oh my gosh, bro. I cannot. That movie is just absolutely crazy. The lessons in it is it's so much more deeper than when you're watching it as a kid.
America needs to rewatch this.
Yeah.
Cap right now.
You look at when he took over that position, like nobody wanted him in that position. And then all of a sudden they didn't, and it's a difficult situation to, the coach he was replacing in this movie. Like, it's not like he was replacing like a bum. You know what I'm saying? He's replacing like a local legend, I guess is how we'll play the game. So of course, them one horse towns, they basically all went to church together. They all know each other, they kids, all the shit. And they didn't know this cat. This cat was an outsider.
Mm-hmm.
We've all seen this. We've all seen this in our life somewhere. But what did he do? He let him fuck around and find out who he really was.
Yep.
So let's move on to the matchup of two action stars. We have got Liam Neeson versus Christian Bale. Yes, I call Christian Bale an action star because we know him most recently notably for what he was doing, and of course all the wonderful Batman films that came out. And Liam Neeson, which character you want him to play. You want him to play Obi-Wan, or you want him to, you want him to come find your kids when they get taken, or which way do you want to go? You want to lose his memory and then he remembers and then he beats your ass? You want to be on a train? Like, how you want to do this game?
Very true. This is very true. He's gonna he's gonna come at you with that limp walk, with the 45 in his left hand, and that the permanent stink face that he got on. And it's ugly after that. I'm not even gonna lie to you. The deep raspy voice, the one tone, like he has no other tone other than that one tone.
My man straight up could have like a phenomenal radio voice. Like this man could be reading audiobooks in his tone of voice, and you would be all the way with it.
I don't know who you are, but I will hunt you down.
Nah, the most iconic line from that movie. Good luck.
Yeah.
My man says, hey, what's this translation? Good luck. Oh,
good luck.
Beat the whole room ass.
You know, I'm going to go first, and I'm going to pick, and this has nothing to do with the Batman movies. I'm going to pick Christian Bale. And the reason why I'm going to go with Christian Bale is because if you know about Christian Bale and you look up the filmography and you watch he has a very, very wide range of freaking acting, bro. It is ridiculous.
Yeah. This man,
I'm gonna leave with Christian Bale. I love Liam Neeson. I love me some Liam Neeson though. Don't get it twisted. But I'm going to lean with Christian Bale on this.
Yeah, no, and I don't blame you. I don't blame anybody for who they pick, because this is one of those choices that is legitimately what is your flavor. Because I know we talked about all the Batman films, but when we talk about Christian Bale specifically, there is one movie for me that comes to mind. It is for me personally, it is my favorite Christian Bale movie, and it is 3:10 to Yuma. 3:10 to Yuma, absolutely fantastic movie. My number 2 movie right after that would be Public Enemies, because Public Enemies
was a really good one.
The dude was an absolute monster. We're not gonna forget about The Prestige. Come on now. If you watch enough movies, The Prestige was a prestigious movie. Let's just say that.
Absolutely.
Let's say that. You know, like you just, and then,
don't forget this dude. This dude played Thomas in Pocahontas, bro. Stop playing with my man.
But look, I'm gonna do you one better. Don't forget the year 2000 when this man was in American Psycho.
Oh, bro.
I was just gonna bring it up.
Just like you have to, and then don't forget. Now, if you want to get more into let's say a serious role outside of The Prestige and all the other ones, don't forget about The Fighter.
The Fighter was really good too.
Don't forget about Hostiles. It was a little bit newer, but if you've seen it, you've seen it. He was in Terminator Salvation. Another
yes,
good,
he was.
He was in that weird ass movie, that Exodus, God and King shit that the three of us know that movie probably shouldn't have been made the way it was made, but we're gonna leave that where it's at. He was in American Hustle. He was an American Hustle. And then, if you love cars, he was in Ford versus Ferrari, which if you're into that kind of thing, cool.
I'm not gonna lie, that was a pretty solid movie. I didn't think I was gonna like that movie as much as I did. I really like that movie a lot.
I gave it a chance. It just wasn't for me. And then don't forget that Christian Bale's kind of funny too, because there's this other movie called The Big Short.
He does have some dry humor a little bit.
Brad Pitt and Ryan Gosling, like let's not forget that The Big Short. And I didn't know what to think of that movie when it first came out, because I was like, I don't really understand what I'm watching right now. But then when you watch the movie, you're like, all right, that was actually pretty funny. That was a pretty solid movie. But so I'm with Mike. I'm gonna take Christian Bale as hard as it is in this matchup, but you really do have to take your flavor with this one. And Christian Bale is the flavor in this particular battle.
Definitely. I'm definitely going Christian. And a lot of people are, they're going to, go off Batman alone. But one of his films, bro, Equilibrium, is probably one of his most slept on films, bro. Like a lot of people don't bring that up.
Was that 2013?
2000, that was early 2002, 2003, around that time.
No, that was fall. That was spring of 03.
Yeah. I remember watching that movie as a kid, bro. And when I tell you, I was glued to the television, like, what is this? What is going on here? I really watched that movie like 5 to 6 times and was like, hey, yo, this was like Martin Scorsese. This is cinema, bro. Like, oh my gosh, this man is they are on here cooking. So yeah, I definitely got to go Bale, bro. Like,
so Equilibrium was 2002. I was thinking about The
Okay,
Machinist.
yeah.
Machinist came
The
out.
Machinist. That's a good one too.
Came out in 04. That's the one I was like, I know I'm missing a movie. I was like, yeah, you can't miss that one. So
that's a good one too. A lot of people sleep on his early 2000 movies when he was kind of just starting out getting in there. He was fine.
You know, don't forget he had a little part in Shaft too. You know.
Yeah.
Oh hell yeah.
I'm gonna call it a little part. You know, you call it what you want. Call it. You know, he had a little part. You know, little part. So looks like it's pretty much unanimous in that regard. So
Yep.
Let's move on to the Battle of the Toms. We have got Tom Cruise versus Tom Hanks. This is kind of like an actor from like our time versus one from like our parents' time. Because Tom Hanks been around for a minute. Like we grew up as young kids when we saw like Tom Cruise and we watched Speed and the original Mission Impossible. And then of course, you know, Vanilla Sky happens, and you're like, oh damn. Like Tom Cruise been in my life my whole life. You're like, yeah,
Tom Cruise has been in my life my whole life, dog.
No, and of course, you know, Top Gun. You know, we talk about Top Gun, however you feel about it. But then the same can be said for like our parents. You know, like Tom Hanks, because Tom Hanks, you know, been around for a minute. You know, most of us, one of our first big time memories of Tom Hanks is Wilson. You know,
that's the funniest movie I have ever seen from Tom Hanks in my fucking life. I do not care, bro. Me and my sister used to watch that movie back to back, bro, and just cry laughing. I don't understand why. It's probably not even that. It's probably not supposed to be funny because he's stranded on an island, but I don't care. That movie will forever be hilarious to me.
Like, I felt like Castaway was like the original. If I was a content creator, what kind of movie would I make? Kind of film.
I swear, bro.
Like he could have made that hoe with a GoPro on a tripod. It would have been the whole fucking movie.
And I would have loved every minute of it, bro. I'd have loved every single minute.
But and I'm gonna put this comment up there because Goat is right. Like, yes, Tom Hanks is definitely, I don't know if I'll say more versatile, but he is extremely versatile because two of my absolute favorite films that this man has done.
I bet you're gonna call one of mine.
Da Vinci Code and Angels and Demons.
No, you didn't call neither one of mine. Okay.
Those two movies, because it's for me, the type of stuff I'm interested in, like the Da Vinci Code, like I like suspense thriller type movies, and Da Vinci Code,
I like them too,
all over the place. And then you go to the Angels and Demons, and you got my man whipping himself with the damn shit, and you're like, bro, like, and mind you know, I'm not super religious, but I was very much, you know, caught up in this film, and I was like, man, Tom Hanks did the damn thing in this movie.
My favorite Tom Hanks movie happens to be Captain Phillips. I know it's a later one compared to his catalog, but Captain Phillips was, I remember going to, I was like, man, I don't think I'm gonna like this movie. And I watched it and I was like, yo, they really made a pirate movie in the 2020s or the 2010s. Like, that's crazy. Catch Me If You Can is a good one.
Catch Me If You
Can. Look at me. I am the captain.
I'm the captain now. All right, pizza.
Line will forever be legendary. Oh my god!
So another Tom Hanks movie that was, I'm gonna say it was slept on because it was a more newer one, but the movie Sully.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
When he was the pilot.
Absolutely.
Like, bro, you landed a plane in the middle of the ocean, bro. Like that shit, and safely at that. Like, and then they tried to crucify your ass. Like, I was like, wait a minute.
He didn't do it high and drunk like Denzel.
Yeah, you're right. But I was like, but and you know, like I said, and Tom Cruise has done his fair share of film, but like I said, he's most notably known for like, and don't, you know, Days of Thunder, you know, like, you know, phenomenal movie. I believe he was
Jerry Maguire.
Jerry Maguire. Like, it is, like, you know, we talking about versatility. Like, hey, we're not going to
Outsiders, bro. Outsiders is fire.
Outsiders is great. And then we had the Tomorrow War. Is that what it was called? Yep. He kept dying and restarting.
Restarting. Yep.
I actually liked that movie. I didn't like it the first time. I had to go back and watch it again. I had to give it a really good chance. I was like, this movie ain't bad.
Tom Cruise, and one of my favorite movies by him that slept on is Night and Day, because it was a action movie that wasn't Mission Impossible.
Yeah,
so it slept on a lot because it's not Mission Impossible, but it's another Tom Cruise action movie. So both of these guys are legends in their own right, bro. I don't.
Yeah.
Woo.
This one's
I
tough.
think I'm gonna go with Hanks mainly because of Forrest Gump. I'm not gonna lie to you. Life's good as a box of chocolates, man. You know what I'm saying?
I ain't even mad at you, but you know, I'm just
Jenny.
Jenny. Janae.
You know, and I forgot. I wanted to look it up and see. I forgot that he did the remake of the rendition of the Mummy that was fucking terrible.
Yeah,
because Brendan Fraser owned that, but there's one other Tom Cruise movie that for me, if I had a Mount Rushmore movies, this would definitely be the one, because this movie opens your eyes to like the world as we know it now. That's Minority Report. Minority Report goes on a list of movies like Minority Report and like iRobot, because iRobot, we on that path right now with the whole
we almost there.
But Minority Report, just think about that. If you so much as think about doing a particular crime, your ass is going to jail. If I think it. So they get your ass for premeditated criminalized thoughts. That shit's crazy. And then they found a way to frame this man.
I was gonna say, they cold for that. Oh, they cold for that.
But just think about this in a whole different perspective. I know we're in the middle of this round of 32, but just think about if we had something like that in this world, right? And you could frame somebody. Just imagine how many people would get caught up in the bullshit. When you find out whoever the powers that be was doing some shit like that. Like,
that would be insane. No cap, that would be insane.
And then I'll drop two more Tom Cruise films that I don't want people to forget about. One of them is absolutely hilarious. It's an iconic film, and it is called Tropic Thunder. If you know, you know.
I don't have
to explain much of anything. Like, Robert Downey Jr. is the only non-melanated actor that I'm cool with putting on blackface, and I don't feel offended. Like Robert Downey Jr., you invited to the cookout, my dog, like 100%. And Collateral.
I'm a dude.
I forgot about
Collateral with Jamie Foxx. That movie was hard.
I forgot he was in Collateral.
What do you mean you forgot? He's literally
I can't. Yeah,
no,
the
I'm
Collateral.
Saying, like, off the top of my head, I didn't even think about Collateral. Like, it just didn't even click in my head. Like, I soon forgot.
Yeah, and then don't forget, a lot of people will get mad at us. We don't talk about A Few Good Men.
True.
Oh, yeah.
That's very true.
The Firm.
The Firm was good too.
Like, and Interview with a Vampire. Let me not forget that. That was we were still really young when that movie came out, but it happened. So,
bro,
this is so hard. I thought this was going to be
It's really difficult, because when you look at the other side, you got The Green Mile, right, which was an amazing movie. I watched that movie
Philadelphia.
Philadelphia. You already said Philadelphia. Saving Private Ryan, like that movie was.
Yeah, bro, that's
absolutely
right there, man.
And then on top of that, right? I feel like we can never, because a lot of people tend to forget, right? But we can't forget the Toy Stories, man. Tom Hanks brought us Toy Story, dog.
That's crazy. You know what? I was going to bring up another kid movie because I didn't think about Toy Story, but I was going to say Tom Hanks has the kid movie, and the kid movie I was going to bring up, and a lot of people probably haven't seen it because it's really, really like an imaginary movie. It's Radio Flyer. So people forget about Radio Flyer. Give me Tom Hanks, because Tom Hanks has the versatility for kids too. I haven't really seen. I'm not saying Tom Cruise can't do it, but I haven't seen it. So
we're not gonna forget that Tom Hanks also played a very iconic character to us. He played Mr. Rogers.
That is very true. He did. He did give us Mr. Rogers.
And he showed us his, I guess if you wanted to compare like an espionage movie, because he did the Bridge of Spies, which was actually a really good movie as well. He showed off that he had the versatility to kind of go down that path. But a movie that we forgot about that I watched as a kid, and I'm sure you guys all did too, and it tied in with the times. You Got Mail.
Oh, that's true.
You Got Mail.
Dang, that was a good movie.
It was like, and you know what? It was cheesy when we were young because we didn't understand the romance and the heartbreak and what was really happening. It was just like, why are we watching this movie?
Literally.
Like, that's what I said. I was like, why are we watching this? But I watched it.
It's on right now.
You know, like, but I had to go look it because I wanted to make sure I got the name correct. Because a movie that he is most notably known for that we didn't understand it. Again, it's one of the movies, but it was Sleepless in Seattle.
That's true. That's a really good one. I'm not gonna lie to you. That I think Sleepless in Seattle and Splash, the movie he did in 1984. Those two movies, man, this shows a different side, man. It shows a different side. Rest in peace to John Candy though, because he was in the movie Splash. So I gotta give a shout out to him.
I'm gonna take Tom Hanks as well. I just want to sprinkle two more movies because Inferno was another phenomenal film that if you haven't seen, please Please go watch. It came out in 2016. Please go watch it. And we talked about the versatility and doing all the kids movies. We forgot this man did Polar Express.
Oh, damn.
Like, hold on now. Polar Express in 2004, mind you. That was me and you, that was our freshman year of high school, 2004. Like,
damn.
That was when they started doing we'll call it that next gen animated
animation.
style.
Yeah.
Kind of looked a little bit more realistic, but still animated. We were like, I don't really know what I'm watching, but I'm watching it because it's like
it's like a 3D or 4D animation. Like I didn't. Yeah.
So
dang. Yeah, Polar Express did it for me. I'm not even gonna lie.
I forgot he was in Polar Express. Man,
he's the conductor.
Yeah, that's
crazy. Oh shoot. Yeah, no, Polar Express does it for me, man. That's wild.
So we have another matchup of versatile actors. I'm gonna call them versatile actors because they both do have a very wide range of films as well. And of course, it is Mr. Fuck himself in Samuel L. Jackson, Mr. Motherfucker, Mr. Why are these motherfucking snakes on my motherfucking plane? And it is Jeff Bridges, a legend in his own right, and our parents' right, and those, because we know Jeff Bridges has been around for a very, very long time. He has done a ton of movies.
Absolutely.
So, and of course, we know the modern generation knows Samuel Jackson for all of the Marvel films, and of course, just recently Secret Invasion, which was fantastic, by the way. If you have not seen that on Disney Plus, highly recommend it. Phenomenal. It was great. I was hooked the entire time. It was nice to see Don Cheadle back in his role as Rhodey and everything like that. It was great. But let's go back. So we're talking about Jeff Bridges. I just want to go way, way back. I just want to. So this man goes all the way back to doing movies in 1951. Okay? I just want to put that in perspective for those who make sure y'all understand. We don't just have younger actors. We got some that go way back too. But this man has been around so long that he was in the original Tron and the original
Tron.
Yeah, he was.
And the remake and the sequel to the remake of Tron. This man was in 3 Tron films. Just did that. That's just one style. So this man was doing video game style movies before they were popular. Because like really in the 1980s, outside of like, were you really watching video game style movies? Like that generation, not so much. Our generation, 100%. We use like Mortal Kombat, Street Fighter. Like we was 100% watching video game based movies, and we was all up in that shit. This man was in King Kong Lives.
Yep.
King Kong, yeah.
That's like 1980s. Like I'm still in the
86.
Yeah, like this man did Stick It for my rock and roll folks out there. My man did Stick It. He was in Seabiscuit. You know, let's be getting a little more into the modern.
Oh damn, yeah.
Horse racing thing. He was in Seabiscuit. I'm gonna drop a movie on y'all. Y'all might have forgot about K-Pox.
Whoa.
2001.
Whoa. Now that is a movie. I'm not even gonna lie to you. That is definitely a movie that is easily forgotten. Wow. Oh my god.
Because when you watch it, it really one of the movies again that kind of start making you think about some stuff. You're like, I could see that really being a thing. Like that
like for real.
Like 100%. Could be out. And of course, we know he is extremely notable for True Grit.
True, absolutely.
True Grit, R.I.P.D. R.I.P.D. was actually that was some good shit. I ain't gonna lie. R.I.P.D. was actually, I didn't know what to expect, but it was actually better than I thought it was gonna be. He was in Surf's Up because he loves doing children's things. Surf's Up,
yes, he does.
With the Penguins, he was killing the game. There was one. Oh yeah, of course he was in the newer Kingsman, the Golden Circle.
Yep, he was.
So, and the Big Lebowski, which most people will say that's probably
the
one of his
Big Lebowski,
like arguably his most notable film, if that's your game. I for me would go with the Vanishing. That's just me because I'm into like these thrillers and these movies like that. And the Vanishing was in my mind 15 to 20 years like ahead of its time in 1993. Because a lot of movies that came out in the early 2000s and stuff like that, like that type of tone that a movie like The Vanishing set for us was like, all right, I feel like I need to turn the light on right now because this is I'm a little like, some of these thrillers kind of really really walked that line of like being a thriller and kind of a horror film type of, like, hey, What if somebody's behind my couch right now while I'm watching this shit, and then snatch my ass up? You're like, oh shit, So, but then we go to the man, the myth, the legend himself, who was also in Kingsman, in Samuel L. Jackson.
Yep. The highest grossing actor of all time, bro. The highest grossing ever. We just gonna start off with Pulp Fiction because
I was just gonna say, let's start off.
We can start right there. Oh my God, Pulp Fiction is just.
You don't want to go to Black Snake Moan?
I mean, you could go to Black Snake Moon.
Oh man, he was.
You can go to Shaft if you want. You can bring in Shaft.
Hell yeah, you can go to Shaft. Star Wars. This man made a purple lightsaber legendary.
Absolutely did.
As Mace Windu.
Mace Windu. Put some respect. I ain't even gonna lie. People gotta put some respect on him. Because he killed that character, bro. The Negotiator. If you haven't seen The Negotiator, I know it's probably an old movie, but regardless of the fact, if you haven't seen The Negotiator, I don't care what you're doing, go watch it right now. Go watch it right now.
A movie that he was in, when we talk about those movies that were ahead of their time to kind of fuck with you, 1408.
Yep.
In that hotel, turning keys and shit. Don't forget he was in Kill Bill, of course.
Don't forget, honey, where's my super suit? Hey, man.
Hold on.
Where is my super suit?
Shark ate me.
Oh, man, yeah, he did die in Deep Blue Sea, dog.
My man got fucked up. Don't forget, my man was in Jackie Brown.
Yeah.
And then let's not forget, for all of my anime heads out there, he was the voice of Afro Samurai.
Yes, he was.
That's my movie, Samuel L. Jackson, because legendary performance with that.
For all my hood boys out there, Minnesota.
Yes, sir.
Oh my God, bro! This dude got some move. Hey, didn't he? Isn't he one of the two cops that died and the other guys at the beginning? It was him and The Rock, right?
Yeah. And not to mention Juice. Like I said, I'll make sure all my hood boys get what they get. You know what I'm saying? So that's two for you. Superfly. Don't forget about the Uncle Tom. Oh my God. And Django Unchained, baby. My favorite Quentin Tarantino film of all time. He was also in The Hateful Eight, which was funny as fuck.
Yes.
Yep.
Oh, that movie was funny as fuck. Coach Carter. Legendary.
Coach Carter was crazy.
My second favorite sports movie of all time.
Yeah.
Sorry, Sam. Denzel got the first one. Yeah, it is what it is. I don't think he'll hate on that.
Remember, he was also in Triple X. So he was already kind of showing us that Nick Fury type of role because of when being in there with Triple X.
Yeah. But and he was in Die Hard.
He was. And I have to name this movie because it is one of my all-time favorite films. He was also in Goodfellas.
Yes.
All right. He was in Goodfellas. It's one of my all-time. I was at the pawn shop. This is when I bought my first house, and Micah knows his house very well. When I went to the pawn shop, I was going to go buy something. They had the Blu-ray edition of this movie. Mind you, I already owned the film. I bought that motherfucking Blu-ray because that's how much I love that movie.
Of course.
That movie does feature another man that is on this bracket that we will talk about a little bit later. But let's make a decision, fellas. Moolah, do you want to get us started with this one between two legends who are timeless at that? Let's call them timeless legends because they are very much so.
I think this one's difficult, honestly, because there are two films that kind of really do it for me with both of these actors. One, on the Jeff Bridges side, The Last American Hero came out in the 70s. My aunt was a really big Jeff Bridges fan, and my great aunt was a really big Jeff Bridges fan. So they used to watch all his movies and TV shows together. And that movie, bro, like just I used to be in the cars, all kind of stuff like that, and just watching all that stuff, bro, like that translates into the Fast and Furious and all the stuff that you see nowadays with all the racing and stuff, bro. So it's like without that, like without The Last American Hero, we don't get all of this new stuff, bro, because it's like there's a lot of stuff that's in that movie that you'll see in all of these modern new racing films and these car films. You're like, damn, like that shit's crazy. And on the other side of it, oh man, on the other side of it, I gotta It's Shaft. I'm not even gonna lie to you. It's Shaft for me, bro. The way he bodies that role in Shaft, dog, is like when I think of Shaft, I think of Samuel L. Jackson. I don't think of nobody else. Like that is Shaft
And it's
to me.
crazy
Like,
that's a remake.
exactly. That's the thing about it. That's the crazy
Like,
part about it. It's a
Samuel
remake.
Jackson's version is the remake.
Exactly.
And the
And the
remake
way he
might
killed
already
that
be better
role,
than the original.
literally.
Like we'll never forget when that man was in the courthouse and threw his motherfucking badge past that judge's head. Oh, and not to mention, it gave us another one of those iconic lines. And it's my duty to please that booty.
Yes. Yes.
All right, I ain't gonna lie. I gotta give it to Sam just for that. Just for that line. It's Sam.
Like, I mean, look, man, it's the one-liners for me, man. Like Samuel Jackson, amongst every single actor on this list, he is probably the king of one-liners. Like that is debatable. Like he really might be the king of one-liners.
And he really might be. I'm not gonna lie.
Because even in a movie as terrible as Snakes on a Plane, we watched it.
We watched it
And
multiple times.
That shit. We still
Yeah,
quote
just
that
to hear
shit.
him curse.
To this day.
Really, that's really what it is. Like,
oh yeah, absolutely.
And you know, and we love it because he got started in the acting game extremely late.
Yep.
And a lot of people don't know this, but you know, he got his first role from Eddie Murphy.
Mm-hmm.
Coming to America.
Hold up, kid. When
he got beat up in what did they call it? What was it called? MacArthur's? Is that what the hell it was called?
McDowell's.
The knockoff. Yeah, the knockoff McDonald's. There we go, McDowell's. He got beat up with the broomstick.
Motherfucker, what? So I am going to preface my comments by saying Jeff Bridges is an all-time American great. And I know Moo had a movie on both sides, but I'm going to talk to y'all about a movie that does not get talked about enough. And I really do believe Samuel L. Jackson killed this role in the 90s because it's not talked about enough. Him with a star-studded cast of Matthew McConaughey and Sandra Bullock with A Time to Kill.
Ooh.
That movie alone shows the versatility of Sam even when he first got into the game, and I'm going with Samuel L. Jackson based on that movie.
Wow.
I'm not even mad at you.
That movie was great too.
Yeah.
Wow.
So for everybody if you just tuning in and you haven't been keeping up, let me bring you back to where we are.
Throw the bracket up.
Back to where we are at the moment. So we have Denzel Washington, who has knocked off Daniel Day-Lewis. We have Christian Bale, who skimmed his way past Liam Neeson. Tom Cruise won the Battle of the Toms, and Samuel L. Jackson won the matchup between two timeless, iconic legends.
Is that Sean Connery I see next?
Yep. And fellas, I gotta say, before I unveil the matchup that he is involved in, this might be the only, if such a thing exists in a round of 32 amongst male actors, the only blowout on the bracket. And it's simply due to how we did it just for the other round of 32, the way the randomizer made it happen. Because in this matchup, we have got one of the greatest actors, period. Just one of. Like there's not a lot of movies that you don't see that don't feature Sean Connery in some way, shape, form, or fashion. Like you just don't. Sean Connery is one of the reasons behind the brotherhood that we have that is known as LXG because of a movie that he was in a long, long time ago that we'll talk about here in a little bit. But he is matched up against another man who is extremely timeless. This man, you know him, you've seen him. He has been around for a very, very long time, and his name is Gene Hackman.
Oh, wow.
We absolutely love Gene Hackman. Gene Hackman is a phenomenal actor. He has done his due diligence. He has produced a little bit. He's done his own stunts in a movie like The French Connection. Like, this man has been around for a very long time. We know him most notably, for me personally, Enemy of the State and Behind Enemy Lines. Two big-time movies that Gene Hackman was a part of. He played, and The Replacements, if you want to play the comic relief game, when he played that coach.
I love The Replacements.
Hilarious. But a movie that doesn't get talked about that Gene Hackman was in, that our generation was a big fan of, but this generation so much. Ants.
There you go.
Yep.
Some people forget that movie existed, but we don't forget. Ants was a savage ass movie.
I love Ants.
You want to talk about bullying. You want to talk about perseverance in the form of an animated film. Ants had you locked in for a kid's film. You really was rooting for that man because that was the smallest ant, and that man was getting his ass handed to him by this big ass walking tank with them little chicken foghorn leghorn legs. But, he figured it out. So, unfortunately, like I said,
I can't remember the movie Gene Hackman did with Morgan Freeman right now. I cannot remember it. Oh man, I'm gonna find it.
Was it Heist?
Is it Heist? Under Suspicion. There we go. Under Suspicion. One of those slept-on movies. That's quite the studded cast with Gene Hackman and Morgan Freeman, bro. It's absolutely legendary. Gene, I love you, but I'm gonna make this quick.
Yeah,
I'm going with Sean Connery, bro. I'm not even, and I love Gene Hackman, but bro, Sean, man, bro, and the thing that's putting it over for me with Sean Connery happens to be one of my all-time favorite movies, Finding Forrester. That is the movie that's gonna put it over the top for me. I love Finding Forrester since I saw it on HBO as a kid. So
I'm not mad at that. Like I said, I'm in the same boat. I mean, like I said, it's Sean Connery. The Hunt for Red October. That movie that threw us off because we didn't understand it, The Avengers. That wasn't The Avengers, but it was The Avengers.
It wasn't The Avengers, but it was The Avengers.
Yeah. The Highlander, The Highlander 2, Robin Hood, Rising Sun, Wesley Snipes. Of course, The League of Extraordinary Gentlemen, an iconic film. Where LXG drew its inspiration from. It's a great movie. And we talked about one of my other movies when we talked about The Goodfellas. But Sean Connery was in my number one all-time mafia style old school movie in The Untouchables.
Yeah, man.
That is a film that I can go back and watch anytime. And I'm good with it. And we're
going to talk about him being Indiana Jones.
Yeah, look, you took the word right out of my mouth. Like, we're not going to forget, that happened. But let's also not forget, like, of all the movies we just talked about, let's not forget this man played an iconic character that continues to be passed down from generation to generation.
Come on.
To generation.
Come on.
He is in that argument of being the best 007.
Come on.
Sean Connery and Pierce Bronson. And of course, we talk about Daniel Craig. Like, this man was first. This man did Goldfinger. This man did Never Say Die Again. Like, this man did it. Diamonds Are Forever.
Diamonds Are Forever. Come on.
Like, From Russia with Love. Thunderball. That was probably one of the weirdest ones. Thunderball was kind of weird. But You Only Live Twice was really, really good. Like, I have all these movies I have all the 007s on a hard drive. I spent the first month I was in Afghanistan watching all of them, every 007 character, all of them. Because at this time, because this was 2012, at the time, I think Casino Royale was the only one that was out for the Daniel Craig ones.
I love Casino Royale.
Quantum of Solace wasn't out yet. Skyfall wasn't out yet, and I'm missing one. No, he didn't know. No, I thought Daniel Craig did 4. I
only know 3 of them. If he did 4, I don't remember the 4th one.
I think he might have did.
I think Daniel Craig did 4.
Let me see.
I can't remember. I thought he only did 3.
I'm almost certain he did 4.
I think because he had a new one.
He did Spectre.
He did. Yep, Spectre.
Oh, Spectre. Show you right.
I was like, how am I forgetting?
No Time to Die.
Oh shit! And yeah, Spectre, Skyfall. He did Casino Royale, Quantum of Solace. Yeah, I was like, I know I'm not tripping. I was like, hold on, I know I'm not tripping. I was like, how did I? Yeah, Spectre, because Spectre was like underratedly really good. Oh, and No Time to Die.
No Time to Die.
It's 5.
2021.
I didn't see that one yet, so.
No, but now Quantum of Solace was my favorite of those. Quantum of Solace was like, now Casino Royale was about as GQ of a movie as you can get for Daniel Craig, because he has some fire ass lines in that movie. Like this man made a martini look manly as fuck. I don't care who you are, that's hard to do. My man had a fresh tuxedo on and made that martini look, and that man said shaken, not stirred, and he was like, "Hey,
shaken, not stirred."
Oh, you got the accent down. Okay, I see you.
So
hey, I tell you, 007 was my boy, dog. What with the tux and the gun and that boy, man. I'm trying to tell you, that shaking not stirred will forever be legendary, man.
That man always had the baddies too, though, man.
Always. What? 77 years old, got a bad 28-year-old. Hey,
yeah, and then man, because that's how I felt when with Pierce Bronson when he did The World Is Not Enough, man.
Mm-hmm.
And that's when they unveiled that sexy ass BMW when he drifted that hoe across the ice. Oh my god, that was the day I fell in love with BMWs. Was that movie? That movie is what put me on my love for BMWs. I was like, I want a BMW, and Micah can tell you, I got my BMW. That was the first car I purchased myself. I got my BMW at a 19. I bought a James Bond BMW. I bought a 1991 BMW 5 Series, a 525i to be exact. I bought a James Bond BMW. That was my shit. And I thought I was untouchable. Leather seats, sunroof. I love the fact that when I opened up the hood, that hoe that opened up like everybody else, that hoe opened up from by the windshield. You had to pull that hoe up like this. You know what I'm saying? Like we all seen when Jason Statham was in the transporter, that badass Jack he pulled out his car. Yeah, I had one of them things. I jacked my shit up with that crank system. I was like, yeah, man. I thought I was the baddest motherfucker on the planet with that BMW, boy.
So I'm guessing you're taking Sean.
Yeah, that's not even.
Absolutely.
That's unequivocally.
Unequivocally.
Like I hate to do it that way, but now we get into. This is going to be the hardest matchup of the first round for both sides. I think it is. I think we might have some, because this one going to hurt my heart. But we have the legend himself in Martin Lawrence, the comedian, the action star, the coach, all those bad boys, whatever you want to call it. But he is going up against a GOAT in his own right in Jackie Chan.
Oh, damn.
He is going up against a GOAT, and that we got a GOAT of comedy versus a GOAT of action.
Not a GOAT of action, the GOAT of action to me, bro. This dude.
Yeah. I can run with that. Like
nobody did their own stunts the way Jackie Chan did this. No. I mean, bruh.
Woo. And most people, of course, you hear the name Jackie Chan and you think all these martial arts films, but it's like, hey man, first of all, this man was in Rush Hour. This man was in Shanghai Noon, Shanghai Nights.
He's a comedian.
And Rush Hour was hilarious.
In Rush Hour 3, Jackie Chan sang his own part with the over and over again.
That shit's so funny.
No, bump that. When that man I think it was Rush Hour. No, it was Rush Hour 3 when they had the old girl. No, it was Rush Hour 2 with the girl with the dragon tattoo shit.
Oh,
yeah. He hit through the window in the hotel. Oh,
yeah.
What?
Oh yeah, let me take it off.
I was like, and then when that wig,
what?
What?
When that wig came up, oh Lord, this man.
Oh shit, I can't. I'm over here crying.
But bro,
Martin Lawrence. But Martin Lawrence in his own right, man. Like, look, I'm gonna start with a movie that gets forgotten about that Martin Lawrence did, man, and that's Black Knight, man.
Nah, it don't get forgotten over here, boy. Hey, bro, I will always remember.
Listen, boom, I was just about to boom.
Oh shoot!
When he pulled the shoes out.
I'll never forget the legendary line. Your daughter's a freak. You really had her in the sheets.
But then you could take it to a whole nother level, and then you got the iconic scene that all dads relate to.
Who the fuck are you?
Who the fuck are you?
How old are you? I'm 15.
She look 30.
Like you're just like every dad that had a daughter. Like
Will Smith got the most iconic line in that whole part. You ever made love to a man?
You ever made love to a man?
You want to?
No, but in that same movie though, when he got shot in the ass, bro.
Yeah.
The knockoff Best Buy scene.
Oh my gosh.
The OG mom in that movie. What the hell y'all got on these TVs?
Bruh,
y'all over here got these old gay men over here.
I'm not gonna lie to y'all, dog. Even Rebound was freaking hilarious to me.
Oh, bro,
Rebound was comedy.
Hey, when my man put the icy hot underneath the arms, bro, as a coach, I can't lie. I considered that. When my kids wouldn't play defense, but I knew it was child abuse.
Jackie Chan is one of my favorite. He's one of my favorite actors of all time, too, bro.
Listen,
I mean, we all knew it was child abuse. It was hilarious.
This is how much of a Jackie Chan fan I am, and I always have been. When I watched his movies as a kid, I'd be laying on the ground, and my mama had the TV on. I could tell you by the beginning scene of a movie which Jackie Chan film it was. Before they start doing all the other stuff, when they do the initial pan with some of the words and shit, I was like, oh, that's Rumble in the Bronx. Like
Drunken Master.
Bro,
Jackie Chan's First Strike.
I bought the Drunken Master. I bought the DVD because that's back when DVDs was a thing. Like that movie.
I got one for you. The Jackie Chan Adventures, bro.
Yes, sir.
Come on.
You so cold with it. You had your own action show. And by the way,
your own
ladies and gentlemen,
action show.
I'm going to go ahead and spoil this little part for you. The Jackie Chan Adventures will show up on the round of 32, the best of the rest. Okay, we know we forgot that show, but it's definitely showing up because if you know you wanted one of them motherfucking talismans, you just didn't know which one you wanted. Did you want to be fast like the chicken? Did you want to be strong like the ox? You know, did you want to be invisible like the snake? You ain't know what the fuck you wanted to do.
You know what you wanted to do, but you know you wanted to have.
And we all in our families got that one little badass girl that was just like his niece.
Yep.
You want to play her ass every single time.
You sound just like this dude, man.
Hey, Jay be doing the most, man.
Gumon Guay Viking Tao.
Oh no, Hey, bro, why all the grandpas in these animated shows be like legit? Like, bro, him, Master Roshi, like when they have their time to shine, bro, they surprise.
What's I forgot the grandpa name from American Dragon, Jake Long, bro, but he was legit too.
Hey, he was legit. Gramps always go crazy,
but the
grandpas always go crazy.
When he hit my man with the 2 fingers on his forehead and dropped his ass.
I use that move to this day.
Oh, 100%.
I use that move to this day.
100%.
To this day.
All right. So
one more thing.
I was about to do it. I'm glad somebody did. I was about to do it.
On the flip side, let's not I know we're talking about movies and acting, but let's not forget Martin's tear in Def Comedy Jam and the Martin Show, bro.
Absolutely. Or even just being a stand-up comedian.
Bro, we were in high school when Run Tell That came out because his whole bit about the neck that will go down in history. I ain't never in my life heard a comedian talk about being with a girl with a hole in the neck. It's like, hold on, let me get some neck. Let me get some neck. Hold on, let me get some neck. I spit my water out because I was watching that with my mama, and I was like, did he just say that?
This is a time where comedy was allowed to be free and fluid, and everybody 100%. Wasn't so sensitive, and you can actually say and use different aspects of life and tie it into comedy, and everybody would laugh and not try to cancel somebody on the internet for it after.
Our comedians could not be comedians in this modern era.
Oh, no. Bernie Mac will get canceled quick.
The kings of comedy. There's a reason why Steve Harvey is a motivational speaker now.
Yep.
Yeah. Hey, I got one Martin movie that we ain't talking about. And I did A Thin Line Between Love and Hate.
Boy, it's a thin line. Hey, he got his ass whooped in that movie, boy. Man.
I don't know who to pick, dog. I don't know who to pick.
I'm not gonna lie to you. And The Thin Line Between Love and Hate, it's like it's one of those movies I kind of broke down. I'm just like, bro, you got
to witness 2 things at the same time: a stalker and a toxic relationship at the same time.
Literally.
And a fatal attraction. Let's not. So we got a trifecta of fucked. So if I ever in my life prior to me being married like I am now, thank God for that, encountered a woman like that, I just have to leave the country. Like I'm going to motherfucking Cambodia or something where you can't find me. Like
Yeah, no, for sure. I'm going to the mountains of Russia, and
I'm trying to tell you what up, Tyrone. What it do, baby?
What's up, Ty? Okay, I think I'm ready to make my
ice
pick
on this one.
Damn. Oh my gosh.
I just thought about national security, bro. I just thought about national security last
night. National security, Blue Streak, Tango, El Gato.
I didn't even bring up
Pantalones.
Oh man. I think Jackie Chan has more of an appeal to the world, but I'm going with Martin. Dog. Hey, I gotta go with Martin. Martin was so much of my childhood. Like,
yeah,
I gotta go with Martin.
I'm on the opposite side of that spectrum, man. I gotta go Jackie Chan, man. Jackie Chan is a big time definer of my childhood.
He is.
Like,
he is
a mad, like, and I'm not saying the Martin Lawrence, because we didn't even start talking about the Martin show. Like, we didn't even talk about none of that. But Jackie Chan was like, when I got it, he is the reason to this day that martial arts films are my favorite films outside of espionage and gangster films. Like Jackie Chan got me in that thing, and then of course, you know, your Donnie Yens and everybody else after the fact. But like Jackie Chan was like my guy. So, and I don't think I would have watched anime without Jackie Chan. The character Goku was based off this man.
It was.
Like,
but I'm not putting that to his catalog. So no.
Okay. It don't matter. I'm going with Jackie Chan. So that leaves Moolish to break the tie.
We have finally reached the split. Finally.
This is where having 4 of us would have been great, because we might have been able to pull the wheel out. But it's 3 of us. Ain't no wheel happening. It's gonna be majority rules no matter what here.
Dang, I'm not gonna lie, this is actually really difficult, man. Like,
you were right. This was the hardest one.
No cap, this is the hardest one. Oh my goodness gracious. I mean, all right. As much as I love Martin, right? I gotta give it to Jackie only because I've seen Jackie take on different roles. And I feel like that's kind of what's doing it for me. Like, we love Martin, we love the comedy, right? And I seen him play like in a kind of semi-serious movie. It was like a low budget film. I don't know if anybody's ever seen it, but it was like kind of semi-serious movie. So, and he actually did pretty good in it. But I don't know, man. Yep.
Oh, you know, I'm a fan. All right, when I say I'm a fan, I am a fan.
So it's just when I see Jackie, like, he can give you the comedy, he can give you the seriousness, the legendary, just him being a legend and doing his own stunts. Like, yeah, no, I feel like it got to be Jackie. Him being a mentor to Jet Li as well.
Mo, before you go any further, don't forget Martin did Life.
That's true. Hey, man. Anybody's trying to hear all of that?
I mean, but he's right, but still, like. But Jackie Chan did Police Story 1 and 2, and Rumble in the Bronx.
I forgot about Police Story 1 and 2.
This is the thing for me, right? This is the thing for me. Jackie Chan did Kung Fu Panda, man.
He did. I was about to say he did Kung Fu Panda. And the Spy
Panda was one of his most slept on movies of all time. Around the World in 80 Days. If you don't like that movie, oh my gosh, that movie is pure nostalgic.
My man did. Don't forget, my man did The Monkey King.
He did, absolutely.
Both of them, and the animated version with the heroes back.
Yep.
And some of his later, like, I just want to rattle these names off, because some of these later films that he did. Oh, not to mention he was in the Lego Ninjago movie too, by the way. Just want to throw that out there just because. But
Karate Kid.
His later work does not get talked about enough. We talked about The Foreigner already, but don't forget about Bleeding Steel.
Yep, that's a good one.
The Golden Job. That was another good one.
He actually has a new movie out right now, Right On, with John Cena. That's pretty good.
Yeah, I haven't watched it yet, but I have it queued up, ready to go. Good Night Beijing, if you want to watch, some subtitles and stuff. Right On came out in 2023 as well. Hidden Strike was the one you're talking about with John Cena, and he's in the new Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie.
Yep. And I'm not even gonna lie, it was really close, but DJ, when you said Jackie Chan Adventures, bro, like I can't think of anything else. Like that right there is, oh my gosh.
Listen, Black community, I'm sorry.
We apologize. We apologize.
Are y'all seriously gonna apologize for the black community, for the guy that did it for them in martial arts, bro? There's no reason to.
The rest of the culture don't care.
True.
Listen. look, I picked Martin. All y'all had to say was, look, Micah, Rush Hour is your favorite franchise of all time. Like, no black person is going to sit here and be mad that you picked Jackie Chan movies over Martin movies.
Listen,
absolutely not one.
Listen, small story time. So you guys all know what I do outside of this wonderful podcast. So Hurricane Harvey happens. And this is my ties to Jackie Chan. There's a reason for this story. My man, one of my soldiers with me. He was my driver while we were on the Harvey mission. So it's my Asian man. My man Vu. That's what his name is. Last name was Vu. And then there's me, in the passenger seat. We carried the Bluetooth speaker everywhere we went. Our motherfucking call sign was Rush Hour. Every time we pulled up, the Bluetooth speaker was blasting. And Jackie Chan and Chris Tucker got out the motherfucking LMTV on these missions. And they knew. Bro, we had Task Force 1 out of California. They was riding our vehicle. And they thought we was bullshitting. We had that motherfucking Bluetooth speaker in the window, blasting music. Me and him, we give no fuck. We vibing. We tearing it up. And they was like, they were not.
Did y'all blast War?
Oh, we blasted everything. We ain't give a fuck what it was. We blasted
Moose so stupid.
Like we
Mike muted.
We
that's
were
my shit right there.
We were the life of the convoy. Like we just knew, like it didn't matter what was going on. We was gonna vibe. We was gonna party. We was gonna dance. If you look at this man's TikTok right now, he does the same shit at his job right now. He does a lot of graphic design type shit, but he plays music. He be rocking out and shit. Hair be flying. He does the dumbest shit at work. But that's my dog, man. Shout out to my boy Alex Vu, man. We're gonna link up on some stuff soon because I got some projects I want to get with you on. But Jackie Chan has advanced forward. We're gonna have another matchup of icons. One icon for our parents and an icon for our teenage to adulthoods.
Oh,
we have got Matthew McConaughey.
Yep.
Mr. Texas himself. Spoke at the graduation ceremony at University of Texas multiple times. The man in Lincoln lawyer and everything else under the sun. Versus Iron Man. Versus Sherlock Holmes. Versus Robert Downey Jr. These matchups don't get no easy, ladies and gentlemen. I'm just letting you know.
If my wife was here, she already know who I'm gonna pick. Oh shoot! Yeah, she already know who I'm gonna pick.
Matthew McConaughey could smooth talk you into buying a hoopty. Like when they made this man the spokesman for Buick, they knew what the fuck they was doing.
This is oh man.
Yes, I know. You ain't got to tell me. Remember, I have to see these things. When I saw this bracket, and I told you what I told you in the chat about this bracket, I said, bro, this bracket.
Angels in the outfield, dog.
Bro, exactly. Like, oh my God. I just want to pull up the list because I know his list is just dumb. Killer Joe, Fool's Gold, Magic Mike. He was also in A Time to Kill.
The Wolf of Wall Street.
The Wolf of Wall Street. Dazed and Confused.
Dazed and Confused is freaking hilarious.
Ghosts of Girlfriends Past.
Oh my goodness.
Don't forget this man was in Sing. This man does his animated films too.
Yep.
Amistad. That's another classic for those who are all about the culture. That man was a Steven Spielberg film of Amistad. Yeah, he did it. Interstellar, phenomenal film.
Phenomenal.
Sahara, Failure to Launch, making everybody laugh. The Wedding Planner with Jennifer Lopez. We all watched that movie. I don't care who you are. We all watched it.
We all watched it.
But still, you got Robert Downey Jr. Like, and of course, like I said, we most notably know him for two main roles. But we forget prior to his renaissance, because I don't care what nobody say, Sherlock Holmes and Iron Man, those were his renaissance, because this man goes all the way back to 1970.
Mm-hmm.
Way back. Robert Downey Jr. been around for a while. People don't realize.
Robert Downey Jr. used to be a bigger criminal than
Iron Man saved his career because they were ready to push him out.
This man is 58 years old. This man been around for a while. This man was in Girls Just Want to Have Fun, The Pickup Artist, Dear America, Heart and Souls. Hold on. Tyrone know what I'm talking about. Weird Science.
Mm-hmm.
Look, oh man, look, we was talking about that earlier, Michael Bowfinger.
Yeah.
Don't forget he was in Chaplin.
Yep.
For those who was like, and then hold on, don't forget one of his first early action films. He was in Danger Zone now.
Yes, sir.
Restoration. Oh, Before Night, Collateral Damage,
Heart and Souls,
U.S. Marshals,
The Nice Guys. Oh
The
my
Nice
God,
Guys.
bro.
Hey, hold
Johnny
on.
Be Good. Oh my God.
Oh, hold on. Back to School.
Yep.
The Shaggy Dog. For those who
The
don't
Pickup Artist. Man,
hey, hold on. Low key, people might have forgot that man was also in Gothica.
Yeah, people definitely forgot he was in Gothica.
The Singing Detective.
The Soloist. If you haven't seen The Soloist,
one of my favorites,
Soloist, bro. Hold on. Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs.
Woo!
Oh shit! Yeah.
Yep.
Zodiac, the 2007 version.
Yeah, the 2007 version of Zodiac.
A Scanner Darkly, a slept-on film.
Dude, that movie is hilarious. I bought that shit on Blu-ray. I don't care. That movie is hilarious.
He was Chronicle. I Am Steve McQueen. The Nice Guys, which we talked about.
Okay.
So, and he did do the terrible remake of Doolittle. I'm sorry, that was one of the worst movies he did. Because
that was
Dr. Doolittle was the original Dr. Doolittle did not need to be touched. Yeah, the original Dr. Doolittle. Look, Tyrone. No, hey, bro, Gothica was hard. Gothica scared the fuck out of me as a kid.
Gothica was crazy.
Like that movie. Like I wasn't ready for that. I wasn't ready for that type of film yet. Like that psych age? Ward,
no.
That psych ward. We're pushing towards that exorcism. We're in that realm. You know, we're starting to get. I wasn't ready for a movie like that at the time. I think I was 03. I was an 8th grader. Yeah, I was an 8th grader. I love my horror films, but like, and then of course one of the most iconic. And we talked about this movie earlier too. The only man, non-melanated man that can rock the blackface, and we don't get offended by it. Did you just go full
I'm a dude playing the dude disguised as another dude.
Did you just go full reach? You never go full retard. Like,
great films.
Oh man. Oh, and don't forget he was also, he made his little cameo appearance in Spider-Man Far From Home, but that was just to talk shit to the young Spider-Man.
Yeah, of course.
But needed to be done. Necessary.
Oh boy, this is
Damn.
Oh, damn, bro.
Almost feel like
start off. I'm gonna go ahead and say Robert Downey Jr.
He put the pressure on. He said Robert Downey Jr.
My wife knows exactly why I pick Robert Downey Jr. I have I don't know what it is. It's like a gripe against Matthew McConaughey. I really don't like his face. Okay, that's really it. I don't like his face. Okay, his face. Listen, I got a story. I got a reasoning. I got my reasoning. Him and Reese Witherspoon's their face gets on my nerves. Okay, I just don't like seeing their face. Okay, it's just I can't get with his face. Okay,
are you one of them people that don't like Owen Wilson because his nose is crooked?
Yes, him too. Oh my god. Why is it like that? Why is your face like that? Why do you look like that? And then the way he talks, it's like I can't. Why talk normal? Because I'm about to. Never mind. See, I can't do it. My wife just walked in the room, and I'm over here spazzing about Matthew McConaughey. She knows exactly why. Tyrone knows. He knows I don't like Matthew McConaughey.
To answer your question, Tyrone, we do not have a bracket of previous actors, actresses. Myself and Micah put this list together. We collaborated and said, all right, we're gonna figure this out. We put it together, and then once we ranked them, if you will, we created our number 1 seeds, and the rest of them completely randomized. That's why some of these matchups are exactly what they are. They're fucking insane.
I just remembered Matthew McConaughey is the coach in We Are Marshall.
Oh man, bro, that movie.
It's true. That's a good movie though.
Great movie. Great movie.
Man, dude. Somewhere somebody's going to be mad at me, but I'm going with Robert Downey Jr. And it has nothing to do with has nothing to do with the Iron Man movies.
I'm sorry, my fellow Texans, y'all gonna be mad at me too, but I got to go with Robert Downey Jr. Man, it's I don't really know what else to say. I don't think I really have to say anything else. It's just what it is. We have arrived. We've done good, fellas. All right, we've made it to an hour 10. We're at the bottom of the first half of the bracket.
Okay.
We did well. We did well. And you know what? I think you couldn't have a better way to finish off part 1 than this. But we got some other stuff we got to discuss. Don't you worry. We got some other shit. But this one's going to be fun. We get to do a tribute to 2 old heads. Now, I know what I said earlier about the whole Gene Hackman and Sean Connery thing. This one could be close. And Micah knows why when I announce these names. But the first name is Gary Oldman. Gary Oldman's been around for a very long time. We know Gary Oldman is an OG. This man has played in, he was in The Dark Knight, played Commissioner Gordon, all that stuff like that. This man has played all kinds of fucking roles. But we know him for the Tinker Tailor Soldier Spy. There we go. Dracula. That's what I was trying to remember. Bram Stoker's Dracula film, Darkest Hour, the Winston Churchill thing. So, he's done a lot. But we spoke about The Dark Knight. We spoke about Batman. So now we bring up one of the other number 1 seeds.
Uh-oh.
We got to bring up Jack, the original, the Joker himself.
Oh, bruh.
And it's hard because you could just use that alone and it has so much value because this man did the Joker so well. He did it in a way that it's like people still like to say he is the greatest Joker of all time because of the way he did it. And he was ahead of its time of the way that Joker was portrayed because we only really saw it in comics and not the best animated shows. And this man captured him on screen without really having anything to go off of, but really comics, if you really think about it. And he was able to encapsulate.
Because the first Joker, Cesar Romero, he was more of a goofy kind of Joker.
I'm about to say we don't talk about Romero. He don't even show up on the wall of fame of Jokers. So we don't even. Hold on. We did not have Sidney Poitier. I'm not even going to sit here and remotely front. Was he written down? Yes. Did he make the final cut? Obviously not, but he was on this list of individuals. We had, I think, 50. I think we had 50 on the list, and we cut it down to 32 because we try to over. You always want to go over because if you go with the first 32 that goes into your heart, you always gonna forget somebody. So we usually go up to about 50, and then we cut it from 50 to 32. So realistically, I'm not gonna lie to you. Realistically, we could have done a round of 64. We really could have with Dale Ackman.
Sure.
Oh, it would have been easy, but I don't know if y'all got time for 7 episodes.
Nah.
That's what it took. That's
what I'm literally sitting here looking at Jack Nicholson movies, and I don't think Gary Oldman has a case.
I don't think he does either. No, hey, look,
Tyrone,
I got you, my G. We did not forget about him. We didn't forget about him. He just didn't make the final cut.
A few good men, Anger Management, The Bucket List. My goodness.
Anger Management was fucking hilarious. If you want to talk about a movie where that man could do nothing right in that movie, nothing, but that movie was fucking hilarious. But
I'm not even gonna lie to you. The Shining does it for me. Just The Shining alone.
Yeah, Shining is hard.
The Shining is boy. Yeah, The Shining is, and the remakes that have come off of, the remakes and continuations of the story, because the one with the red door, man, that shit was fucking great. The Sleeping Doctor? Is that what Sleeping Doctor?
Mm-hmm.
That was a great. The first time I watched the movie, I was on an airplane. I was on my way to North Dakota. It's a phenomenal film. That's the first time I'd ever seen it, but I was like, bro, this movie is fucking amazing.
Yeah, no, Jack is too legendary. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Too damn legendary.
There's a reason why he's the number 1 seed.
Yeah, can't beat that.
No upsets. No one seed upsets this time.
Nah.
Oh, man.
I think Jack is too heavy. Most of his movies I didn't like. See, so that tells me
we'll have to get into that another time, big dog.
No, but I like that. So what that tells me is that Tyrone would have been good to have on this round.
Hell yeah.
Hey,
because Tyrone knows his shit clear as day.
If you ask, If you ask, it shall be. I can hit my boy up, and we can make something happen for next Wednesday.
I'm just we got it. We still got look like 2 parts of this. So, but he did have another movie that I wanted to bring up that some people kind of forget about. It came up right before me and you got to high school, Micah. But it was Stuck on You.
Yeah, I remember that. Yep.
And then, hey man, I got to do it because it was a timeless film. The Bucket List, man.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, and then a year before that, though, The Departed.
Yep.
The Departed was like I'm not even gonna talk about his older movies. Like I can just look at his newer stuff, and it's still like his newer stuff was still just as good. Like it just was. I don't know what else to tell you, but yeah, it's gonna be Jack for me.
Yeah, it's easily Jack for me. Easily Jack for me.
Is it Jack for you as well, Mike?
Oh yeah, for sure.
A few good men and as good as it gets. Like
yeah. So moving on to our Sweet 16, you have got Denzel Washington versus Christian Bale, Tom Hanks versus Samuel L. Jackson, and you got Sean Connery versus Jackie Chan. I'm gonna struggle with that one. I'm just gonna tell you right now, I'm gonna struggle with that one. And Robert Downey Jr. versus Jack Nicholson. Spoiler alert, Robert, you might not make it, bro. That's gonna be tough.
Wow.
Robert got a tough matchup. Denzel got one to make his heart rate go up, but I don't really see him losing. I don't really see him losing to Christian Bale. I'm not even gonna lie to you. Now, the winner of that Tom Hanks Samuel Jackson one, Denzel gonna sweat a little bit. Because if it's Sam versus me and Mike, I think we talked before about 30 minutes about Samuel Jackson. We talked about 30 minutes. Like, bro, they can kind of go toe to toe. Like, I understand, like, there's a lot more like films that Denzel has, but Sam got some movies in that mix too that you're like, hey, man.
Hey, I know we're off the Gary Oldman, Jack Nicholson thing, but I had to run back because I absolutely truly forgot Gary Oldman was in Lawless as Floyd Banner. I forgot, bro.
That's true.
Absolutely forgot he was in Lawless. And Lawless was one of my favorite movies. He was also in Harry Potter.
Man.
Just to let everybody know, we really watch movies around here. We're not just talking. We really watch.
Just like we talk about on Friday, we really be watching this football stuff. We really know our basketball stuff. Actually, low key, before we came on the air, we were having an entire basketball debate. Like we talk about shit all the time in the chat. Like we were always brainstorming, if you will. Like before we do certain things, we run it by each other. Like that's how you get better. When I mastermind some thumbnails, I send them to my co-host, and I'm like, hey, bro, what you think? What we need to change? Sometimes he'll just send me a bunch of emojis, and I'm like, cool. That's all I need to know.
I be looking for stuff for Inside the Huddle all the time too. I be messaging you like, bro, y'all should talk about this. I be on it.
Hey, hold on, we ain't done. Hey, Leon was a banger.
That's true.
Leon was a banger.
We're gonna have to call on Tyrone.
I got a question for you, Mook. Because you know Tyrone very well. How is Tyrone's musicality, as the word that me and Mike came up with a long time ago?
It's about the same level as mine.
Ooh.
So when we do this round of 32 for our music.
Oh yeah. He's an
encyclopedia of everything. We had to separate R&B and rappers. We couldn't put them together because it just wouldn't.
Oh, you got to. That's mandatory.
So I think that's gonna be fun.
Yeah. No, he's a true encyclopedia of everything: sports, music, movies. Yeah, whatever. That's my boy. We sit here and chop it up on phone calls. Like just basically like how you and DJ Michael B are. That's how me and my boy Tyrone are.
Say less. So hold on. He already said he was down. So he stole my thunder. I was going to do right before. Either way, I'm gonna do it anyway because I was gonna do it before he said he was down. But Tyrone, this is your official invite for the next round of 32 when we do our round of 32 hip hop artists. Clip it. I think that's gonna be hilariously fun, and I'm looking forward to the intellectual debate.
Almost definitely.
There's a lot of ignorant debate that goes on around here. We realists around here. So listen, children, talking to y'all, children who listen to all these mumble rappers, ain't none of them making the list. None of them.
None of them?
Well, no, I lied. Maybe two.
Maybe two. Okay.
Maybe two. I'll be real about it. Maybe two. Hey, he right though. Hey, yeah, he right.
Goddamn right.
I think R&B was. I think R&B was.
Yeah, of course. Like,
see, the reason it wouldn't be fair because then a guy like LL Cool J will make it to the Final Four because he kind of did both. You know, just saying.
Okay. All right.
I mean, but I Need Love, regardless, I'm for sure.
I Need Love by itself as a song would make it pretty far in Hey, my dog Tay, I can already see you know how me and Tyrone get down. He said LLB1. See,
because he knows music. We've had extensive conversations. We know music. He knows the level
over the years
that LL brings as far as music wise.
Over the years, LL has gone criminally underrated by people.
That's because people don't listen to
the first rap superstar, bro.
No,
like,
for real.
I'm not gonna call him criminally underrated. I'm calling him criminally disrespected.
No, for sure.
Yeah, that'll work.
Ladies love Cool J. Stop playing with that man, bro.
If you look across the board, who was a more successful artist turned actor turned artist again turned sitcom actor?
It's LL Cool J.
Your next closest is probably Jamie Foxx.
Yeah.
Well, Will Smith he stopped doing music like a long time ago.
Yeah, but he was acting and doing music at the same.
He was.
Will Smith never.
But Jamie Foxx was still making. He was still making music up until even before when Miami Vice came out. Come on, he dropped a lot of. You know, we know. Yeah. You and
I still listen to Jamie's albums to this day. To this day.
So
Will Smith is one of them rare ones. He got a Grammy, and an Oscar now. So
that's true. Will Smith is definitely up there. I think you definitely have to give all three of them the respect.
You already know how I feel about Will Smith. I don't even have. We'll cross that bridge when we get.
And the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air is better than Jamie Foxx show. On top of that,
I'm not arguing that.
Absolutely. And if you don't think so, you can come up here and argue. I'm ready to argue anytime you're ready. Okay.
But those two shows would make the Mount Rushmore of our childhood sitcoms for sure.
Absolutely.
Those two shows, Family Matters for me would be the third one. I think the fourth one, that's where the fun part would be the fourth one.
Martin?
Because for me, I might have to lean more towards the Cosby Show though.
I'm not leaning towards the Cosby
Show. I gotta keep it a buck. Like you could go either way. Like I'm not gonna be mad at you if you go that route. Like I'm really not. But Cosby Show, man. Hey, Eddie Murphy. He likes to party all the time. That's
what I tell you. I try to tell y'all. My boy knows shit now.
Hey, and Living Color put a lot of people on game. And Living Color, look, listen, I'm gonna give you a hot take. See, I got this nice sign behind me. And Living Color is better than Saturday Night Live.
Oh, absolutely. And it's not even close.
So is All That, but here we are talking about it. So let's talk about it. All That was definitely better.
Oh man! Hey, even the theme song, bro. Like the theme song.
TLC. TLC did the thing.
Like we did that.
They know.
So since we have,
since we giving flowers real quick, since we giving flowers to All That and these Nickelodeon shows, the reason why Saturday Night Live has been so funny and has been so funny as of lately is because one of the original writers, Kenan Thompson, he's behind it. So everybody go ahead and give my boy Kenan his flowers. He's finally started to step into the actual screen because before he was literally just writing for Saturday Night Live. And without him, Saturday Night Live wouldn't have been on for the 20 plus years that it has been on and running. So Kenan Thompson, All That, Kenan and Kel, Nickelodeon. He definitely needs his flowers.
So this is how we will close out the show because we ain't done yet. We got one thing we got to do. Me and Micah have a staple on Beautiful Gentlemen's Talk. We have 3 staples, but this particular staple is one of our favorites. So, Tyrone, do us a favor. Make sure you're taking notes because we will make sure when we have this round of 32 that we have one of these prepared for you. When the music is done, Mike, I'm going to let you lead us off with that first dumbass story you have for us. So, ladies and gentlemen, Gentlemen's Talk brings to you...
a segment that everybody that comes on this show loves because we love to talk shit. That's what we do. You know what I'm saying? So here we go. This is the thing called Dumb Ass Millionaires. I can't believe this person has entered the list. I never thought I would see this person in this list because I thought they were such a good and happy couple. But you know, when your daughter out there doing the most and the mother ain't doing much about it, this is what the hell happens. So for those of you who have not been paying attention, and the family I'm talking about today happens to be the Harvey family, Steve and his wife Marjorie are going to file for divorce. Marjorie believes she deserves half of Steve's net worth.
Just got a confirmation on the number $220 million.
Yeah, because Steven's worth 440, right?
Yeah. So,
I don't know what to say.
Ain't they saying like father like son? Like I feel like this is a good like mother like daughter moment.
Run and move.
Not a good like mother like daughter moment. Oh no.
I feel like this might be an apple doesn't fall far from the tree moment. And in this case, the apple is like right under the tree. You know where the roots started the tree, and like right under the shade in the sweet spot, the apple is right there, just kind of chilling in a little pasture, just kicking it, you know. Yeah, it's probably probably get these rotten apples out of this garden because you know they tend to infect all the rest of the fruits.
Let me start by saying, hell no. Let me just start with that. You 100% do not deserve half of this man's net worth. You don't. Especially when you're the one who did wrong. In what world can you commit adultery and still win? You can't. And you shouldn't.
Like, I'm petty. I would have sued for her. I would have sued for her fucking company. I'm petty.
I'm trying to sue just so I can buy the company and buy that bitch out and shut it down.
I mean, y'all see the name. Y'all see the name. It's literally in my name. I'd have just unadopted it. I'd have just unadopted Lori. I ain't even gonna lie to you, gang. Unadopted.
That takes a lot of court paperwork.
I got time. I got time for all that. I got time today. I got time. It's good. Yeah, go ahead and give me them adoption papers, them unadoption papers. Go ahead and sign them. Yeah, you ain't my daughter no more. No, just talking about. Yeah.
But I mean, at the same time, we've seen all the memes, we've seen all the TikToks that have spun from this, and there's a comedian out there that talks about all this. You know, if these certain individuals can't keep a woman, what kind of chance do I got? And if a man like Steve Harvey, who went from being an original Kings of Comedy to having the Steve Harvey Show, to doing all these movies, being in not Stomp the Yard, what's the other movie? You Got Served, all this other stuff. That movie with Nick Cannon when he showed, when he put the condom on the damn thing. Yeah, when Nick Cannon was kind of relevant, all that type of shit. And this man, who been with his woman for a very long time, and if you haven't seen the episode of Steve Harvey's talk show, when he talks about him and his wife met, it's a damn good story. Like, it's a damn good story. And it's unfortunate that it is on its way to ending this way, because we're reading the speculations, but no, there's nothing that said that it's gonna happen. For all we know, they could rectify it and they could stay together. Just saying, they could. Would in this case, would I do it? They made a song about this, and it was hell to the no, to the no, no, no.
All hell to the no.
Because listen, let me tell you. So King Peddington, let me introduce you to an individual. His name is Mr. GQ. Let me open this curtain up, because we didn't talk about this on the on my chronicles, but let me just explain to you the kind of individual I am very closely, because if I was in Steve Harvey's position, because I have been in a position where I was in a bad spot, became free, and it was like the worst thing that could have happened to the known world, because when it happened, it was bad for everybody but me. But anyway, I digress. When I survived my toxic relationship that I was involved in, And yes, we've talked about this on many shows. There's a reason why I say it that way, because I'm not dropping any names, because I swear for Lord, if it comes up again in any of my private messages, if anybody from that circle, from that universe comes near me again, now that I am on a live stream, you don't want that level of smoke.
I'm gonna say, don't. My boy saved and sanctified right now. Don't take him back to that beast level.
I'm on a whole new platform now. I will destroy somebody on the platform like this now. But I digress. So anyway, when all this happened, I bought a new vehicle. It's the first thing I did. I bought a new vehicle. That truck is still in my garage right now. Bought a new vehicle. And then I drove that vehicle along with my other vehicle to go pick up my boxes. And then I left and I dropped that stuff from my dad's house. Then I went back to doing what I was doing prior to, doing all that. And I went on a spree. For those at the time who were friends with me on Snapchat, boy, you got to see the ultimate GQ Chronicles. Boy, my Snapchat story was so bad. I forgot.
Oh, he was going crazy.
Listen, I forgot that I had my mama as a friend. My mama got me one day and she was like, son, I'm gonna need you to chill out. That's when I discovered that you have the ability to create a private snap and you can put it to certain people. I was like, all right, mama, I don't want you to see what your son out here doing. So, it was a lot. It was a lot. All right. It wasn't too far on the explicit game, but it was just like, if you could put a theme song behind it, it was Now I'm Free. Because I was free. But I wasn't. I was free falling and I was swanging. Like, it was just.
That boy came in like a wrecking ball.
Oh, goodness gracious.
Man, like, to this day, I have friends of mine that are like, bro, that is the most epic 5.5 months I've ever seen from one person.
His villain saga was crazy, basically.
My villain. Now, listen, the funny thing is, my villain saga lasted as long as Darth Maul in Star Wars. Because I met my wife shortly after, and I turned back into my to me again. So it didn't last very long. It lasted long enough for you never to forget, though.
Oh shoot! If you don't get the reference, you gotta go watch Star Wars. I ain't gonna lie to you.
I can't help you if you don't get the reference, because I tamed the Sith. I am now I am a Jedi master. I just teach the ways of the Force now.
Oh so my god! I don't fall victim to the
dark side and just
Shut up.
I mean, I got a young Padawan. You see my terrorist. She's still fighting between the Force and the dark side right now. Shit.
Hey,
that's Baby Yoda.
She was
Grogu for Halloween last year, 100%. But as much as I wanted to talk about the other dumbass millionaire we had, I want to get to the real talk, because I wanted to because it was brought to our attention. I believe, Mike, you posted it in our crew chat today when we started having our conversation about an individual being reckless. So let me cue the music and we'll talk about it.
I'm about to start spitting real bars over here for a second.
So let's talk about this. So okay, so Zamora had posted this. That's somebody in the group posted it. But anyway, y'all remember the conversation very well. We was talking about Eli Apple's baby mama.
Oh man.
So this one bothered me. When I saw the post, it bothered me, because I don't know the situation. I don't know the backstory. I don't know any of this stuff. I don't care. What you don't do in any stretch of the form of the truth is you do not wish that type of harm on somebody. Because one, that is how that man puts food on his table and takes care of his child. Let's start with that. And you're talking about injures him this season. You basically talking about bringing Bountygate back to 2023. Call it what it is. Like, and then you post on your Instagram story all these nice pictures y'all have, but if you go against him, please go for the knees, maybe a hammy. Like, I'm like, really? Then you drop his number like we don't know what number Apple is. Like we already know this already. But then you say you'll gladly Zelle you back and pay his fines. I hope the NFL is watching this closely. I just hope they keep an eye on this. Like I'm gonna be that guy because I just think that's fucked off. So what that spurs me into is being vindictive. When there is now a child involved in a cohabitant in a co-parent situation, no matter if you're married, if you're just girlfriend and boyfriend, boyfriend, whatever your pronouns are, all that type of shit. When there's a kid involved and y'all are no longer a unit, but y'all are still parents, nothing else matters. Like, leave your personal ass, stupid ass feelings at the fucking door. Ain't got nothing to do with you no more. It's got everything to do with that kid. And when you start wishing levels of harm upon, in my mind, just on the outside looking in, the person that looks like they were kind of taking care of the situation as far as, you know, making sure that that child don't want or need for anything. We say what we say about Eli Apple on the football field because he's a football player. We don't ever wish harm on this man, but we have seen this man be burnt toast, and especially in the Super Bowl. We've seen it.
Yep. Chopped liver for sure.
He got cooked in the Rams game. He
got absolutely.
My man,
he was a roasted apple for sure.
He became a spokesperson for barbecue chicken. Like we're not pretending like that. None of that happened.
The barbecue pig with the roasted apple in the head. That was Eli.
Okay, man. Wait a minute. Wait. I'm not gonna let y'all sit here and roast the Buckeye, bro. That's the number one. Don't act like this man ain't won a national championship in 2015. Don't do that.
What has he won since then?
I was gonna say he probably did.
But I feel y'all though. I feel y'all though because he did get burned. I feel y'all though because he did get burned when he was with the Giants. I mean,
I'm not even gonna lie to you, bro.
Like you as a Giants fan, no, you feel the pain of Eli Apple.
He's been better on Twitter than he's been on the field.
But regardless, I don't wish any kind of ill will towards this man. Not like that. We're sports fans. That's what we're supposed to do. We're supposed to talk like this.
Absolutely not.
Talk about, hey man, if y'all injure that man, I'll pay your fines. The fuck?
Yeah, I never wish injury on a player, but for goodness gracious, Eli, move your feet and stop eye violating, dog. Oh my god, bro.
So you brought up the fact about Bounty Gate. So let's just play the let's play the hypothetical game here. Somebody does go for his leg or whatever, and he's in the air and he gets knocked out the air and he lands awkwardly. Maybe he lands on his neck or his head, and he has a head or neck injury, a back injury. Like going out there and giving the incentive to pay somebody's fines and things like that to hurt somebody else. And that person has to live with that on their conscience forever. Plus she would too. It's not a smart thing to do. And be careful what you wish for. You never know who's watching. Obviously, we were watching and we saw. You don't know who's in that man family that is watching like, oh, this girl done lost her mind.
Because all I'm saying, I know some families that would be like, hold on. What? And they might come a knocking.
Oh, yeah.
So looking at the numbers, right? Since she's so willy-nilly wants to throw out money to cover fines and stuff, right? I wonder if she knows the first offense for a hit on the defensive player is $16,000. You got that on Zelle right now? 16 bands? Because if you don't, I suggest you be quiet. The second offense, since we're talking about going for knees and hamstrings, that's $21,000. So if you don't got that, if you don't got enough chicken, speaking of that, right? Because GQ, you brought up a good point, right? Because the money he's making, I'm assuming some of it goes to child support to support you and your dumbass habits and be able to get on Instagram and say stupid shit, right? So, like I said, hold that thought. If you don't got 21 bands to be giving to people to hurt your baby dad because you need him to get those 21 bands to feed you, yeah, I suggest you probably be quiet, gang. I'm not even gonna lie to you. You should probably shut up because you it seems like you need him. I ain't gonna lie to you. Unless you're doing something that can help you generate enough money consistently, right? To where you cash it out for fines, you should probably be quiet because you actually need the dude on the field who's out there getting cooked. You need him to get cooked so you can cook in your house for your child or his child. You should probably be quiet. You should probably get off social media for a few few months and go feed your kid or his kid.
Yeah, go ahead and go what we call radio silent for a little while. Because that just, I don't know, that bothered me. Like that.
Yeah, no, definitely.
Like it wasn't even worth talking about the other dumbass millionaire, because I want to get more context so I can really just, you know, go ham on that situation. Because that one just getting started.
I was going to bring up a second dumbass millionaire, but you wanted to go into real talk because I had a second one just in case.
But
I was like,
yeah,
well,
I want to save that one because he was, but he making the wall. Oh, he making the wall.
Oh yeah, he definitely will.
But
we're gonna have an actress make the wall next week, and I already got it because we're not gonna do it today. I can't wait to dive into this because
100%.
A lot of the stuff that y'all just talked about is going to be in this one.
Oh, that's
so I'm happy. I'm happy Moo gonna be back next week.
You know it.
So make sure y'all be prepared for that. Next week coming up, we got part 2 coming to you for the round of 32. We will hit the other side of the bracket. Part 3, that means we're going to hit you with that Sweet 16, that Elite 8, that Final 4, that Final. We are already on a much better pace than we were the first time we did this, but we're going to make it 3 episodes because we love y'all. Because we love y'all. And y'all love us because you show us the love and the support. And the beauty of what we continue to do is we do it for y'all. We do it for us. We do it because it's what we like to do on a Wednesday. But we talked about this earlier in the show. Come Monday, it is the From the Sidelines Dynasty Draft. And I'm telling you, it's been an interesting fantasy draft season so far. Me and Moolage have been talking about the I think fuckery is the right word. The fuckery in drafts we've been involved in. Like, I was just involved in a draft where the top 8 quarterbacks were gone in the first 3 rounds.
Oh, you haven't. I just finished a draft when we were on air, and holy, oh my gosh. Oh my goodness.
Like, I can say my big boards have been great. I've hit on 85% of my big boards so far in my drafts. That's good. Some of them were unexpected. I didn't expect some of them players to fall to me, but like especially in that draft, because I was able to scoop up 2 players that I should not have been able to scoop up, but it's because of where I drafted from the turn and everything else. But we'll talk about that we'll talk about that sooner than you think. I'm gonna leave it at that. But I wanted to leave you guys with a little preview into what to expect on Monday, because I like to make all these cute little animations and stuff. So I want y'all to see what we got coming. So y'all take a little look at this, prepare yourself, put your dancing shoes on, and be ready to vibe a little bit. Always cooking in the lab over here.
Well, I was about to start writing a hit song.
I was cutting it up, so I mean,
hey, we be doing a lot of work behind the scenes over here. But I wanted to get y'all to see what kind of shit we got coming. Make sure y'all tune into that draft. That dynasty draft gonna be ignorant. The draft will be up on screen. Myself and Moolage will be in and out of the screen. Everybody else will be in the background talking all that noise. Y'all jump in the chat, please. I'm begging you. I'm putting my hands together. I'm begging you. Please talk your shit in that chat. I want to hear it because I want you. If somebody make a dumbass pick, I want you to clown them. I need you to clown them.
Absolutely. In that moment.
I'm a clown them because I've never drafted with most of them before. I've only drafted with 3 of the people that are going to be drafting with us. And that's myself, DJ Michael B, and the man Jew Fresh. Only people I've ever drafted with. I know how those 2 draft, and it bothers me because I know how me and him think, so I already know we're gonna piss each other off. Because I think that's the one we draft back to back, and then
that is the one we draft back to back.
It turns like I think I draft before you, and then it flips, and you draft before me. I'm like, oh, that's gonna be some mind game shit going on right there. But whatever, it's gonna be fun nonetheless. My big board is done for that one as well. I'm playing a different game with that one. I have another dynasty draft on that Saturday actually. Yeah, Saturday or Sunday.
That's the one we're both in, right?
Yeah, we both got. Yeah. We got 2 dynasty drafts coming up. Damn, yeah. Hey man, it's my first time. Both of our first times doing dynasty, and that shit's gonna be exciting. So this year alone, I've done. We're doing 2 dynasty drafts. I've done my first IDP draft, very proud of myself on my first IDP draft. I was like, yeah, better than I thought. I kind of just went off seeing my pants on that one, but I was like, fuck it, it was worth it. But
I don't even know what the hell IDP is.
Individual defensive player.
Got you.
That's the one I showed you on ESPN, not my money league, but the other one.
Yeah.
Where you trying to figure out how the hell, like I got guys like Fred Warner and some other guys. Yeah, you already saw that. You've already seen the money league roster. You know, the money league roster looking nice. But you know my favorite thing, and I tell Micah this all the time, so I'll open the game up on you. So when I draft, I love pissing off ESPN and Yahoo because they always tell me how bad I drafted, and then like at the end of the season, I'm like, It's funny how that happens. So,
ain't it?
In my money league, I'm currently projected to finish 8th.
Yeah, right. With that roster, come on, dog.
I was like, ain't that about a bitch? All right.
Hey, you know what? We should use Brews and Q's to break down your money league roster.
Hey, you know me, I ain't got nothing but time.
I know it.
We'll do that, but so Mr. Moolage, any last words, my man?
Well, you know, it was really dope being back on the show with my guys. Always love the vibes coming on here, man. If you guys haven't already, follow the page, follow the TikTok page. They are doing numbers right now. As you guys know, it is football season, but before that, we got PVT. Tomorrow. Y'all gotta pop in there, talk y'all shit, make sure Zamara know you guys supporting her, and then we got Inside the Huddle on Friday. Come tune in live because it's going to be a compelling, crazy show. We've already got people coming at us for our Revis takes, and me and Mel are going to go ahead and get it in on some real football stuff. So appreciate you guys for having me. Appreciate you seeing y'all, man.
You see, I got my whistle ready.
Referee, man.
I'm gonna have to go find me a yellow handkerchief. I might have to throw some flags on the play.
Hey, it's all good. It's all good. I'm ready.
DJ Michael B, what you got?
You know, as we're sitting here, Moo already told y'all about the upcoming shows. Just an announcement in my closing remarks. For those of you that haven't been following all show, next week, Basket to Basket will be on Tuesday because we are having the fantasy draft on Monday. So for those of you that do not want to tune into the fantasy draft, although I hope you do, so I can talk shit back to y'all whenever y'all talk shit in the comments telling me how I should and shouldn't draft, like some idiots that y'all are for the most part, like ESPN. Yeah, I done been in a lot of leagues and I be smashing people out here. I just can't beat this asshole next to me on the screen for some reason. But I said, Basket to Basket will be on Tuesday, so y'all get us back-to-back days, Monday and Tuesday, and then of course the rest of the lineup will continue as normal throughout the rest of the week. So you'll get to see me and GQ 3 days in a row. Or you get to see me 3 days in a row. Yeah, you get 3 days in a row. I'll be here. I'll be rocking all week.
Man, you getting a whole dose of that boy DJ Michael B. He out there just giving it out there. Y'all better take it while it's hot. So closing remarks are simple, straight to the point. Phenomenal start to the round of 32. Glad to be back. Epic return. That's exactly what it was. We got to bring these actors to the forefront. We got to have some discussions, put some respect on those that deserve that respect. Part 2 gonna be just as fire. Of course, having the big homie Moolage out here in the booth was great with us. The energy, the vibes, you know what it is. We just do things different here on Gentleman's Talk, man. Like we just make sure when you tune in to us on Wednesdays, it's a whole different scheme than what you get on Mondays and on Thursdays and on Fridays. And that's by design. We want it that way. Yep. We want you to come get something different, something fresh, something you ain't really experienced before. You know, it's a lot of shows out there. We just trying to give you another option. So we appreciate y'all.
Before you go on real quick, do not get it twisted because you could come catch all the smoke on this show too. I'm just letting y'all know that now.
Yeah, we've been known to drop them bows immediately, but we, as always, we do appreciate all the love, all the support, all the followers. We appreciate every single person that has been out there liking and following and favoriting. Man, I ain't never seen so many people favoriting our videos on TikTok, man. That's dope, man. Y'all really love my man's over here, man. Y'all DJ Michael B's videos have been hot. Like y'all have been really loving
the show, man. They rocking with you, big dog.
Just wait, because the next set of TikToks are It's gonna get a little loco. I might have the Lizzo army coming after me off of some of those, but
man,
yeah, fuck. So yeah, them TikToks is coming. We got some from the Dynasty Reveal show that'll be coming out too. We'll drop those TikToks as well. I want to say we got probably at least 50 more TikToks coming your way from them 2 shows. We got the TikToks y'all finna get from today. I don't even know how many I'm gonna put together. I'm just gonna make it happen. But we appreciate y'all. We love y'all. We're gonna 100% catch y'all next week. We are out.
When I'm in my zone, I feel like I'm alone. I feel like I'm unknown to the world that's full of clones. My originality's focused on principalities broken. I'm loaning my heart and soul to the game that's scared to pay it back. And failure is a motherfucker. The strength to go on and believing in another